Okay. So, all right, there we go. We at 11. Beautiful. Okay, mic check, mic check. We want to make sure we are audible before we proceed. Always have to do that check first. And please, someone give us a thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate that. As soon as we get that thumb, I see we got folks on here.
The show so she can hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Greetings.
Peace and said, Mumbo.
Mambo. Peace and blessings. Can I do the greetings, please? Peace and blessings. We are the Mohammeds, the residential tourists, 85 to Africa, here in the after, right here in the Nairobi, Kenya. And welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, go ahead. Go right ahead. She can't say it. Mambo. All right, Sister Liz. Wa alaikum salam. Good evening to you. Sister Cheryl, greetings to you. And thank you for that confirmation of us being audible. Romeo, Mambo. She tried to say Paul. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Why I keep calling him Romeo?
Paul. Yeah, there you go.
Paul.
Welcome,
okay.
welcome.
I just say it that way.
Paul.
But they be saying it like Paul.
She's trying to get the accent. So, okay. Once again, greetings. Thank you so very much for joining us again on a beautiful Sunday. Listen, today is beautiful here in Nairobi. There's no rain today.
It rained this morning.
Well, that don't count. It's like it's right now, and from that point, it was just sunny and bright. It's not too hot. It's just perfect. Just perfect.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So it's very beautiful out there, out here,
mm-hmm.
Here in Nairobi, and we're very grateful for it because we got a lot of rain. It's rainy season, so you know.
We had our event right at the hour when it was over. Rainy season then begun.
It began as soon as we were finished.
It was like, you may ring now. Greetings from you all from Mombasa.
Brother Steve, welcome. Thank you so very much. Greetings to you.
What happened to your hat? Your wife's stealing your stuff.
She on the low. I'm telling you, she be hating on the low.
Mine don't have holes on it.
Look,
don't have this. This ain't all worn out from 20 years of grabbing.
Just to let on the surface, she be fronting. She be like she hating.
I love the hat. I hate that one. That one you can stick your finger in and wave to people. I don't like that hat no more.
Brother Romeo, thank you very much for that wonderful compliment. We really appreciate that.
What do you say?
He said we wear Nairobi very well. Thank you.
Nairobi is so delicious.
Where that come
Nairobi
from?
is like a New York cheesecake with blueberries on it.
Okay, all right. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Wa alaikum salam, JG from Houston, Texas. Mosque number 45. All right. So acknowledgments. We want to make sure that we acknowledge our subscribers, our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful subscribers and viewers. Thank you so very much for having our back and supporting us and encouraging us and extending your well wishes and all of that good stuff. We really, really appreciate it. And our members, of course, for being patient with us and hanging on in there as well. Thank you so very much. And I got to acknowledge any of the agents that might be out there tuning in. We're going to wait and see who's going to start trolling today. So we'll see. We'll see.
Just give them a good report.
Give them a report. Let them know we're on our job. We're doing our job. So, Sister Cheryl, thank you for that. And because of that, Sister Cheryl, all right, here we go.
Oh, Lord, yeah, he done found another button. Let's see it.
There we go. Hit that like button. Thank you. And oh wait, hold on.
Is that a like button?
One more. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
And make sure you hit that like button.
Mm-mm-mm.
Thank you so very much for that reminder, Sister Cheryl. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So
Go ahead, baby. I know you're anxious. She's ready. She's ready.
listen, I don't even know what we're talking about.
It's a
I
sad,
don't even
sad,
know.
sad.
There's been so much going on, and it's funny because we're now seeing the fruits of our labor. We're now seeing things coming together. The way that we're putting it out is the way that it's coming together. For those that are coming here to Kenya, that those that are here, it's coming together so much. You guys are like flocking to Kenya, and it's like it's a little scary.
In a
It's a
good
little
way.
scary. It's
Scary in a
like,
good way. In a good way.
okay,
It's good.
okay.
It's good. This is why we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Community, community, community. Embracing and developing the diaspora community along with our Kenyan community. Man, listen, it's excitement in the air. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
it's excitement for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
So I don't know.
well, we got an announcement.
Okay.
So we got an announcement, right?
I'm just following. I'm just on the train ride with you guys.
Just bear. I'm going to show you this announcement. Bear with us because this is just letting you know because time is of the essence. We're moving, pretty, as my wife said, pretty quickly here. So we want to put it out there before it's too late. So it is an important announcement that we would like to share. All right.
What is
And that announcement is, drum roll, we're going at it again. We're doing another diaspora network and social affair, and time is creeping up on us. And it will be, God willing, Sunday, April 28th. So it'll be this month. All right. I'll put it up again before we close out for this evening. But so many people are coming so soon and so fast. We have to do it right now. We have to do this.
We have to, because it's not just an event where you can go and network. It's an event that lays the foundation for your stay here in Kenya so that it can be successful, so that you be able to be here as long as you want to be here, and networking so that you're connecting with other people, building your family structure, your
Community.
your community. So and because of a lot of trial and errors that we've been through, that we've seen that other people have gone through, moving to Africa and different countries, the most important thing that I can say that I got out of our mistakes is you have to build community.
Necessary.
Don't try to stay away from community. A lot of people come and be like, I don't want nothing to do with no other expats, with anybody else from the States, from Black, anything. They just want to just be, or they want to emerge into a different culture, and they don't have no foundation. They don't have no baseboards. They don't have nothing to hold them up. So we are definitely trying to make sure when you come, because you're coming, we see that. When you come, you have a network of peers that have been where you are, or maybe they are where you're trying to go, but there's that in between thing that you really can't do by yourself. You try. I've seen people this week, they just keep trying to do it by themselves. I'm not calling nobody out. I know y'all gonna be on here, but they keep trying to do it by themselves and they're running into crazy stuff, big issues. We're over here, we're betting, researching, networking. We're networking with locals that know the ins and outs.
But I mean, and it's okay. Natural. I mean, obviously, you can do what you want to do.
You can do what you want.
But I mean, and it don't even have to be from us. It's just generally speaking. Find your tribe. We are a tribe. all of us, are coming here. Whether we accept it or not, we're a tribe. We're here. But find, something that you can latch onto that can aid and help and assist. Individuals, like my wife said, individuals that have been here. There's people that have been here for like 20 years that we've come across, and so we humble ourselves because they've been through the ringer, I'm sure, and so we just make ourselves available to receive whatever. There's individuals that have only been here like 2 years. It's one family in particular that has been like a godsend, and they have been connected very fast, and they have been aiding and helping and putting us in the right connection, right position, and connecting with individuals.
We're meeting with individuals with power, with and it's not even just the family. I really believe it's divinely guided. Like he's just been sending us everybody that we need, not just me and him as a couple, but everyone that we need in this community to be able to be successful. So this event we're having at the end of the month, someone said, what about May? May people have already hit me up. We have like 5 families coming in May.
Yeah, so
but I think we're going to do it in June though, right?
Yeah, because I mean, ideally, we when we approach this, we would say, okay, let's attempt to do this at least once a month, whether it's individuals coming in or not, because there are people here, expats here. So we feel that it's necessary that we touch it, we check in, we touch base,
we try to do an activity together just to start getting that bondage going. Bondage,
not bondage.
I'm gonna bondage you. Like this weekend, we're trying to do the Nairobi street kitchen salsa night. We're gonna invite all the expats that's here, whether they're here on vacation or scouting or live here. We're gonna all hang out, hopefully on Thursday, and just get our little salsa on, and experience the street kitchen. But so we'll do the small events in between the big ones.
I wouldn't even call them events. They're just
networking,
just gatherings, just being,
But our next big one is the 28th, and this one we're aiming even higher. We're aiming for bigger amount of people coming, bigger activities, bigger surprises. We're at another location that's mind-blowing. It's beautiful. It's Kenyan owned. And again, you guys will realize we're trying to be very specific in where we put our business in. So we're looking for Kenyan-based businesses, activities, stuff like that, so that we're kind of rotating our dollars directly to the community and full circle.
And I'm gonna tell you, it works, right? Because the last, network and social affair that we had, very beautiful. We're very grateful for it. And so, as you may have seen, the gifting of my beloved, my mother, and that particular gift was donated, as again, you may have seen if you watched the video, that was donated from a local small business owner, Mama Rose, and she donated it. And it was just out of the kindness of her heart. And we were just told yesterday, I think it was yesterday.
We announced at the event where it came from. We encouraged people to go there support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we just got word that we don't know who it is. We don't know who it was, but one of the aiders and supporters of us and this particular effort went and visited Mama Rose, and she told him that someone who was either at the event or something.
No, they came from the event.
They were at the event, and they bought
10 dresses.
10 dresses from her, and she was so grateful for that. And and that's that made us feel good for sure, because we want to be able to reciprocate, and like my wife said, we want to be able to circulate that dollar. The small business is what runs the economy, so we got to support the small businesses,
right,
because the small businesses really mean a lot. They really do.
Right.
So that was a good thing to hear and to know.
One of the main things that we're trying to establish, one, seeing our value. We're coming here, letting Kenya see our value as now we're going to be presenting our value as a community. You know, not just Black expats from wherever, but as a community, we're trying to add value to where we go and not just take from. So we're showing them, okay, we got some, we got some spending power for a lot of us, even coming in for tourism. We're looking to make sure that we that we're investing back into the people.
Right.
And that's one of the things that we try to encourage. So even when you come to the event is for expats, but the people that are there, the presenters that are there, these are locals.
Locals.
So we have this time I think we have someone from an insurance company that's going to be speaking. Again, we have immigration, someone that's dealing with immigration.
Shout out to Treveda.
Treveda,
big shout out. Big salute.
From the last event and from you guys reaching out. I'm asking him to buy us a house. he's been got so much business, but he's been getting stuff done. People been getting their immigration done in weeks. They've been getting residency in weeks. Their work visas, retirement visas, all of that stuff. They handling things.
But the thing about, I may have said this last week. It seems like I did, but the thing about it for me with that is that it's business, of course. But he has a sincere, genuine interest in the diasporas, making this transition and taking root here. So there's a level of there is sincerity and genuineness, and that makes it even better. Mm-hmm. So it's lovely. It's very, very lovely. So yeah, you have these particular individuals that will, of course. Mm-hmm. Aid in the networking. It's a part of the networking, but it's not exclusive to just expats. We want to be able to share the space with our local Kenyan family. Yep. And forgive me for saying local. We read in a comment.
One person didn't like local, but even the Kenyan locals, they call themselves locals. I don't know what to say outside of that. We
don't mean it in the way that the colonizer may reference to that. No, we just making the distinction. In that sense, we family, we family for sure. So I don't mean any offense.
So what I found, which has been remarkable, on the videos that we've been showing of the events that has happened, the Kenyan people, the locals, have been pretty happy to see that we are embracing into the culture.
I showed up.
They're loving it. They're showing it on the comments. They're giving us all the history facts to go along with it. And what's unique is a lot of on the responses that we're seeing, even for you guys, y'all, the video where he's snotting and crying and stuff.
That wasn't me.
You guys are like, now I realize the impact of what happened to you guys and what you've been through, and how important it is for this exodus, for this return for us, and this new beginning for us, and getting the name, how impactful that was for a lot of the people that were there. And so now you can see the gap is closing. We're starting to learn each other and understand each other. Yeah. And I'm thinking that this is amazing.
It's very amazing. Very much.
Very amazing. And this time, this event here, we're really hoping that a lot more Kenyans, a lot more locals will come and participate and continue bridging that gap. Like the last event, we had lawyers that were here, that's locals, that have exchanged cards and made connections, doctors. We had other locals.
Banks.
Yeah, but we want to give value to each other. We don't want to keep the separation and this is you and this is us. We want to try to build. So while we're trying to build our own intimate community amongst the expats, we want to have a bigger community where we're looking at Black and Black. We're trying to build a network together and establish things together so that it's a ummah.
It's a
ummah.
It's a ummah. It's Arabic for community.
He said use Wakenya for locals.
Wakenya?
Wakenya.
Okay.
What does Wakenya mean?
Wakenya for locals.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. We'll remember to do that. All right. So we got some comments. We're gonna go maybe acknowledge some of the comments, and then we'll kind of get into it.
Because I don't see any outside of hello.
Say again.
I don't see any outside of hello, hello,
Oh,
hello.
okay. I'm just look. I just took a moment to look down just to see. Okay, just do what it do.
I think
Good
we
to
just
see
had
you,
a
brother or sister.
consultation. They're coming. When you guys, once we see the amount of people that's coming in that month, kind of determines if we need to do a big event or a little event. So we'll see a little bit more come October. Okay, use what?
Bayern. Greetings from Bayern. Bayern. Greetings to you, Miriam. Bayern. Where is Bayern? Bayern. Am I saying that correctly? I apologize if I am, but greetings to you, Sister Miriam. Sister Trina is in the place. Oh,
Kenneth,
she like, okay, she like the hat. Listen, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. We already been through that already. It's my style, sis. That's my style. It's my
no, your style is raggedy.
yeah.
The cute thing is he actually bought this hat for the grandchild because she was going through this retro phase and she just wanted to, I don't know, she just liked his style. She never wore the hat. So now I don't have no hair. I'm like, I could fit this hat. I think I look cute.
She does. She looks very cute. Very cute. All right, so let's do this then. All right, let's go right ahead and let's get on into it. We just want to just talk about embracing and building community, which is very important, and maybe share some personal things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that kind of inspired and motivated us to be able to come and be able to share so that we can impress upon whomever why it is very significant to be able to do just that, embrace and build community here in Kenya or wherever we may be, throughout the continent or throughout the globe for that matter, right? So let's start this way.
But while he's doing that, thank you, Usman, for that beautiful
It's a love offering.
love offering. And design and build, so they'll be here on the 12th. How long you gonna be here? You be here till the 28th? You can
All
make
right.
it to the event?
Beautiful. Thank you and welcome. We look forward to vibing and sharing the same space. Hopefully.
Mhm.
All right. Let's talk. Let's go through this. Let me give you a visual. All right, as it relates to community. We all know what community really what it is, but sometimes when we have a visual, it kind of impresses upon us a little differently.
All right.
So here we go.
Let's see.
All right. Hope you enjoyed that. My wife said it was too long.
I didn't see it. I'm like, what is he
It's
doing? It's too long
What is
for?
he doing? Listen,
Long
just
old
listen.
video.
It's a vision, right? We've envisioned I'm sure what we just saw. That's ideal. It's very ideal. And so for me, coming and now and living in Africa on the continent, whether it was Rwanda, now here in Kenya. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. This is how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. And it's
Doing Garvey likes your music, by the way.
okay, all right, Sadiq. Salute, brother. Good to see you in the place. Yeah, it's a new beginning. It's an opportunity, right? Where we can um, make that, I guess, that vision a reality without, you know how I go, living in the States, you know, without having all of that rigmarole, whether it be from, you know, our counterpart or from within among ourselves, you know. So we want to be able to embark upon that. We're fragmented, I believe. And I could be very wrong because I'm fresh and I'm new here to the continent, but it appears as though we're a bit fragmented. And the question comes to mind is why is it, and I'm not saying it in a negative way, I'm just putting it out there. Why is it that come to Africa, you see Indian community thriving, you see the Chinese community thriving, even see, we hadn't been there, but we heard on the coast in Melinda, you can see have an Italian community like and thriving. You understand? You have all of these uh,
Arabs,
Arabs,
Somalians, all kinds of people.
they come. Well, Somalia's Africa. They're here. You know what I'm saying? But they come. Germans, you know, whomever that come and they thrive. They thrive. They actually um, are successful here in when they didn't know it until we got here, but here in Nairobi, there's an area, and my Kenya family helped me out if I'm wrong, if I'm saying it wrong, but there's an area called Parkland, and it's like this is a whole Indian community. The Indian community has been here. They have been thriving so well that they've become, you know, I guess official, unofficial 45th tribe, you know? So, okay, hand clap for that, right? Because they being here, I'm sure being here, they've helped the economy. They've helped in many different ways. You know, they have there's hospitals. One of the best hospital, Aga Khan is one of the best hospitals here in Kenya, and so it's a beautiful thing. But the question after the question is, you would think that we as diasporas have a greater affinity toward being here, but yet it doesn't appear though we're thriving as we could or as we should be as a community. Something's wrong with that.
It's something very wrong with it. However, it's fixable.
Of course, that's why we're here.
It's fixable. So again, we realize from our very first part of this journey that when we come with this individualistic mindset. You know, I'm coming, I got to get mine, I got to do what I got to do. And that one over there, they're trying to do this. I'm not going to support that. That's competition. Or that one over there, I'm not supporting. And it's like, I'll share with you an example.
All right, put your seatbelts on.
An example. So, you guys, we were having this event last month. I'm gonna talk about it now because they already kicked me out. So we were having this event last month, and there's a big WhatsApp group for expats that's here in Kenya. In general, just Black expats from everywhere that's here in Kenya. And then there's also a Facebook group. I didn't know it was the same people running that Facebook group. So in the expat group, and I was already communicating with the admin or the person that's over that group. We were already having conversations about something else. So I submit a flyer to the group, and the individual responded with the group's policy. And the policy says, don't post too much marketing yourself or whatever. I've never posted anything in this group. I just responded to people's posts when they had questions. I've never posted anything, so I definitely wasn't posting too much. But because I'm assuming that our relocation services maybe conflicted with maybe what she does or whatever, I don't know. But because I didn't know I don't even know she had a relocation services. She has apartments that or high-end apartments that she helps to get leased. I don't deal with high-end. My people can't afford 3,000 a month for rent. Well, I'm not even looking for stuff like that. But so we're not in competition. However, Kenya is huge. There's enough here for everybody to eat. So because I asked this question, they pulled down the flyer. So I sent her a response personally. I said, thanks for the support. I go back and look. Oh, she kicked me out the group. Quick. And so he is still in the group. He doesn't say anything. He just happens to look the other day. Oh, you're kicked out too, Muhammad.
I'm like, what I do? I ain't do nothing. What did I do? You want to kick me by association?
Kick them out.
I'm out. I'm out the group. I'm like, what happened?
So then on the Facebook, someone was coming into, they flew into Kenya and they said, hey y'all, what's going on this weekend? I really want to get out there and meet other expats. So I post as a response to her. I'm like, hey, well, this is where the expats will be at this weekend. Come through, blah, blah, blah. I posted the flyer. I'm kicked out of that page. I went and looked and I said, oh my God, the same person is over this page that's over the WhatsApp. So I asked him, I said, are you going to go post the flyer? He goes, look, he's kicked out. Why are we kicked out? Now, mind you, they have about 1,500 people that are expats, Black expats, in the bigger group. And then the WhatsApp had like 700-800. Imagine if we were able to go and post about what we're doing. Now, we've had these, because one person seen the flyer before they took it down, right? Her and her friend. So she sends me a message, I'm coming, because they've been looking for something to do. And so when we meet them, she's like, man, I've been here 2.5 years and I have never felt a community. I haven't been able to mingle with any other expats. No one does anything together. Her friend was contemplating going back home. And these people have degrees, they're here building, they got businesses, they're here making things happen, but they felt alone and they were contemplating and considering going back to the US. Imagine how many other people was in those larger groups that have that same feeling. And the first thing you do is kick out people that are trying to build a community to make sure that people have the resources that they need to survive here. And so that same individual, the sister that said that to us, they came to the event, they came out Friday, we went bowling, we've been, pretty much building a family with them. Had a situation last week. Oh, so let me tell you real quick. So now they kicked us out of the expat group, and I'll get mad and I'm about to go back and forth with this individual. And I was like, I ain't playing this game with them. This time we create our own. And so we created our own WhatsApp group for expats that are here, that we dealt with, that we've met on the street, that people just come up to us because they see us on the channel. We plug them in there. People that's coming, once they come through the services, we plug them in there because we know you're serious. And so we have our own little WhatsApp group now. Where's your little thing now? So we have our own little WhatsApp group. And so she posted one day, this was last week, the individual that was so happy that we finally had a group to connect with. She posted, do anybody know the police number, like 911 number out here? And so immediately I responded, I'm like, I don't know it, but are you okay? So she posted that she had a situation happen. And so I'm like, okay, I'm calling you. So I call her, I find out the situation. Immediately, I'm sending her the connection we made with the lawyer here, the Kenyan lawyer that came to the event. I sent her that number, but one of our other seasonal expats seen the message, and he's like, so what's going on? And he's like, I'm a caller. He call her, he sends her whatever security she needed. Within 15 minutes, the sister was out of that situation. and she called and left me a voice message. I wish I could have played it, man. She's crying. It sounded like she's crying in the voice message, and she's like, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't connect with you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm so humble that we were able to connect and building this community. Everything that you guys are doing has purpose. This is what I needed, because she was in a serious situation. She's single. She's solo. She by herself.
We're not trying to do the Gambia thing. We're not going out like that.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
We made sure. And the thing is, my initial response was, all right, let me find my shoes. We got to go and find the sister and get her out of the situation. So,
my bad, brother.
What do you say?
Brother, listen, Brother Garvey, listen. I promise you, brother, listen. It was not intentional. I was really truthfully, because the last we spoke was last week, and you were in a situation with your family, funeral, and so. And I said, I'm gonna give my brother some space and time. I gotta put him in the group. And
he ain't in the group?
No, I didn't send it. I'm gonna send it to you.
We gotta get you in the group.
I'm sending it to you right now. Right now. I'm sending it to you right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so and she's straight. But imagine if we didn't have this community, because the bigger one blocked us, kicked us out. She actually posted the same thing that she posted in our group. She posted it in the large community. No one said nothing. No one said nothing. Crickets. And we're talking about over 1,500 people in that group. Yes.
That's a lot of people.
And man, no one said nothing, because it's not, no one's trying to be, no one's trying to build a community. It's just, when we were in the group, I'll see, well, who has the best tacos? What's going on? They'll post these flyers over and over again. Oh, they're dancing at this place, and they got some kind of buffet going on at this place. Well, we're promoting an event for us, by us, about something that's going to help us. Sorry, I was looking for my video. So it's something that's about us, and you pull it down and kick us out. You put people in danger being so envious. Put people in danger just trying to figure out how, I don't know, that's competition and you can't be here. So we're not trying to do that. Because we've seen this. We've seen this over and over and over again.
It's a real thing, and it's an unfortunate thing. And one of the things with that, when the beloved sister reached out, what I liked everything about it, the quick, fast moving, quick thinking, all of that stuff there. I loved it. But what I liked is, like, the brothers that saw it, that was in the group, was like, hold up, wait, what's going on? They was ready. Brothers was ready. They were ready for whatever the go down was going to be. They were ready to rally. They would rally to the sister's aid for whatever. And that was beautiful, to really see, to know that you have, individuals, specifically men, right? When a sister is in distress, and you know that there are men who are ready and willing.
And the brothers in the group was like, okay, what's going on?
I just said that.
But I'm talking about from the sister point of view.
Oh, from a sister.
I was looking at it like, yeah, okay.
You see
because I'm trying to figure out where my shoes are at, and I'm looking, and the brother's like, what's going on? Do I need to go? I mean, the one brother was like, do I need to come over? Do I need to make this phone call? That's what we need.
That's what we need.
Do you really think the situation that was happening in Gambia with these women dying and nobody know for days, and nobody, do you think that would have happened if they had a real community over there that supported each other? We had a situation, was a lady in Rwanda that's been dead for like a week. Was it a week? Remember the older lady that came? She reached out to us one time, and then she came, and we didn't even know she was there. We knew she was supposed to come,
right?
But died and was dead for days before maybe the house person came or something and found her. No community. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody has a real relationship. Like, man, when we were out on Friday at the bowling, we did a bowling call out. we was sitting there cracking on each other, laughing, playing, enjoying. Like you would have thought we've all known each other for a long time, and we just met. We just met that day,
That very, from
that
some, yeah,
very day.
that very
But
day.
it's us. So you recognize the people. You recognize that energy. The DJ recognized us. He was like, "Oh, y'all here?" He put on R&B until we left. When we left, then we heard some rock come out.
But it wasn't. It was a local, a Kenyan, a Wakenya.
Okay, Liz, we're gonna put you in the group because she
she
is coming.
she's
She
coming. All
she
right,
came through the
please.
relocation services.
We'll put you in the group, and but a Kenyan was there as well, and it was the same vibe. It was the same thing. Edwin, I don't know if I should say his name, but he came.
Edwin is he just peoples.
He's a cool dude, man. He's
He
a really
sound like
good.
Mufasa. When
He
he talks,
came.
you just be like, okay.
He blended right on in with the vibe and everything. Connected immediately. You know, they played pool together. Then we ate, you know, and the conversation was never a miss. Everything was in step, and so that's a beautiful thing. And it's just indicative of the fact that this can happen, man. This can be done, and it can be effective.
Hmm.
I mean, this is just something that we just kind of spontaneously, but as we move forward, we're putting structure to certain things, and we're really more deliberate, and we're trying to place individuals in front of one another to be able to meet certain needs and um, learn of each other's different skill
That
sets.
second book.
You know, learn of,
Monday.
you know, just like, you know, you got families, they got children, they got great achievements. Let's celebrate that.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate that. Listen, we all family,
Birthdays,
whatever.
pregnancies, you got all these things, and you feel lonely when you're here by yourself. And it's just you and your family. You have this lonely feeling, and you start feeling like maybe I want to go home.
Listen, I was there.
Yeah.
I'm y'all know, y'all listen, y'all go back and y'all remember. I was going through it. I was really like trying to really make sense of this thing here, you know, and it was necessary for me to be able to experience that.
Hmm.
I had to experience that.
So we can know now what we don't want someone else to go through,
So
and we can work towards and build that.
exactly,
That loneliness gave us purpose.
gives you purpose, man. It
Yeah.
gives you purpose, and so
And-
and with that, you know, it once we embrace, that's just the part we're on. Once we embrace, right, community. That's the first step. Let's embrace one another. Let's embrace us as a community, okay? And once we can do that, now we can move toward building the community because there are so many of us with so many different skill sets, so many different wonderful creative ideas, so many individuals with just so many different individuals that can be beneficial and be benefited from each other. And the greater impact would be of a benefit to the country that is hosting us here.
unity has power. Unity has power. Unity has voice. Unity has energy to make things happen for the benefit of the community. But I want to share a conversation that I've had a couple of days ago.
Before you do, shout out Hebrew Shemites. Thank you so much. Always good to see you in the place. Thank you so very much. Good to see you. And also, Sister Camille, better late than never. That's cool. I understand you're trying to arrange the time. Good to see you. Glad to have you on the live as well.
So I had a conversation with a family of a family that are expats that came last year, maybe a year and a half ago. We met over in Rwanda. They brought land, planned to build housing and everything on their land. Um, and when we were there, we had, of course, the restaurant, and we had events for expats, and we were trying to build a community over there, trying to. Um, but we left, and they left. They went back to the States. They were coming back after I think the nephew had a graduation or something, and so now they came back to Rwanda. We're not there. And I received a phone call from them, and I was told something that was very endearing to me, but also again validates the whole point of this conversation today. They were saying they don't feel community there anymore. Everything's different. You guys are gone. There's nowhere where expats go. Nowhere they don't see expats. There's no expat community that's thriving, that's doing something. And so they're like, so tell me about Kenya. But the fact that you look for that, you need that, especially when you go into a foreign country. Money. Hello? When you're going to a foreign country, and you're interacting and you're trying to figure things out, you need to be able to make a phone call and be like, is this right? Am I doing this? What are you guys doing? How can you help? Can we help? Anything. When you don't have that, you feel empty. You second guess yourself. Did we make the right decision? Why did we come here? What's going on? Community helps to change your experience. Whether you thought in your mind you wanted to go somewhere, like we were watching stuff like like what is it, Naked and Afraid and stuff like that. We were like, yeah, we could live off the grid. We could just go somewhere. Just in my mind, I'm preparing this day. I could live off the grid. I don't even like talking to people. I don't feel like saying hello. But after a while, as long as I got monkeys, I'm good. In the land of my people, I'm so happy. No, I met a person today that she's here, but she's also coming through the relocation services. And I was so excited to meet her. She's asking questions. I'm talking about my beautiful Kenya and everything that's going on in Nairobi and stuff that you could do and where this is and that is and how you do this and how you do that. And she's like, wow, your eyes are lit. I could tell you love it here. But for her, she has her children. She just came. Now she can feel like, oh, there's somebody here I can connect with. And she's in the group now. Oh, now I got people here I could talk to and I can ask questions and we can build. Her son wants to do this and another expat son wants to do the same thing. And imagine if they go to school together and then they open up their own business. That's how we start building in these communities. Two like minds, combining our resources, figuring things out. No one understands you better than you. So it's a necessary. It's very. You just find your right group, because there's groups that are very messy, very gossipy, very judgmental, very competitive. You don't want none of that. You just want genuine people, genuine love that just want to see you succeed.
And I mean, just to be real about it, I mean, everyone is, you don't have, everyone ain't got to be like cut buddies, or I should have said cut, because that means different depending on where your geographical location is. That might mean something different. So I don't mean it.
I heard it and I was like, you didn't just say that.
I don't mean that. Please don't. I don't mean that. But you understand what I'm saying. You may not become best friends or whatever, and that's perfectly fine. That goes without saying. We'll latch on to who we latch on to. We'll gravitate, incline toward whomever we incline to, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But we have a structure, to where we are recognized as a community, and we can mobilize as a community, and we can rely on us as a community. It just makes it all the better. And this is not foreign language to us, because even in America, or I don't know, maybe in the UK or wherever we are among the diasporas, this is something that we strive for anyway. We strive for in our own communities back in the States, to be a more
support your own type of thing,
structured type of community, where we can, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, listen, you don't got to move out of your community. Just make it a decent and safe place to live. And what that will require is for us to step up and really do our part. It's not going to happen by itself. We have to put actual effort and have it within us to say, you know what? I want to have a community as such, whatever it may be. Like one of the comments was saying is like, with the Indian community, it's like, listen, they may, have their whatever, but listen, they come together. They come together. I forget how to pronounce his name. He's an African brother, and I like this brother. He's very, very, very successful. And he has a lot of. He's just very successful. I can't remember his name, but he spoke of, like the Jewish community. He said, you'll never, ever, ever, ever hear any disconcerting issues within themselves out without in the communities outside of themselves. You will never know. You never know what gripes that they have. You never know what disagreements that they have. You never know, what, you never know because they're so tight knit and they work together so well and they get things done that they're like a powerhouse, man. And so this is not far removed. This is not far fetched for us to be able to do. We can do this.
You're just thinking of the potential. Imagine, and then let's work on it. Let's make it happen. Electronic Water Van Burn, email me at Dealers Relocation Services. Let's talk about what you're looking for at Gmail. Dealers Relocation Services at Gmail. Brother Siddiqui. Okay. So
you were saying something about the the family in Rwanda. Now Rwanda, I mean, listen, we have never talked about it. We never went in depth, and we're not going to. Did you see that? Did you see that?
I already finished the story.
Listen, did you see that? This is why we don't talk about it. But the fact that there was such a disjointed, I'll just use that word, disjointed community. Wait a minute. See, she's trying not to go there.
Because we don't need to.
I'm not.
You'd be surprised how many people are on their way over here from Rwanda.
I understand. I'm not going deep into it. But you all have to understand as much as you possibly can without me going deep into it. The fact that the community, or what we thought was to be a community while we're in Rwanda, the way that they, not all of them, but many of them treated us at a certain moment, at a certain point, a point where we were down, man. We were really down. And we made some mistakes. We did. We owned up to these mistakes. They weren't deliberate, but we were kicked, literally, man. We were kicked while we were down by those whom we thought would be there to aid and help us. It was painful. It was extremely painful. It hurt. It hurts not to this day. It still does. And I didn't share this with you, but there was one individual who was an associate of that, who did not advocate for us, right? Reached out to me 2 days ago and needed some information. I kindly and politely gave this individual the information that they needed. I know if it was the other way around, it wouldn't happen. But I did it because it was important information pertaining to health. And I'm not begrudging, because sometimes you just have to be the example, But my point is that, we'll have moments, I guess, as a community where it's not going to go favorably, but we don't have to go all the way to the left. We don't have to do that. We can iron it out. We can do whatever we need to do and be able to move forward, just as these other communities do. They're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? These communities are not perfect. They don't have, you know what I mean? Absolutely, they have issues. I know for a fact that they have issues.
But what we do know is we see everybody has issues in life.
Garvey said, you better than me.
Right, me too, because that's why he didn't say it. Like, can you imagine? Like, we would go to this one area near the Navis in this area, and it's a whole block It's all Muslims in this block. And they own restaurants, they own clothing stores, they own cleaners, they own all of this stuff in this whole block. They own it. And then you look around and you see tons of Muslims. Any day that we go there, they're supporting, they're buying, they're shopping, they're getting all, that's where they go. They're eating there. And during Ramadan, they pulled out prayer rugs in the middle of the store, the shopping area, and they're flocking there and they're praying over it. But the community is supporting the community. They're supporting the community. Do you imagine how much there wouldn't be certain issues if we supported each other? And that's what we were missing, because we had major issues in that country. But imagine if we had the support of our people, a lot of those issues wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't. Even here, we have a brother that's from Trinidad. Where's he from? I can't think of where he's from, but he has the Jamaican soul food. They have the soul food restaurant here, the vegetarian soul food restaurant here. Um, and it's a group effort. I think he said there's 3 of them, and they modeled it exactly like the vegetarian soul food in Atlanta. But imagine he's here, they're trying to make this thing happen. All the people that's coming over, probably half of them are vegans or vegetarian, and a third of them are vegans. Like, if we actually threw support behind that restaurant, they would be so successful, we'd never have to worry if they're going to make it or not. And then how much greater impact can he put back into the community when they're financially successful? And they probably are successful though, because they've been there for a while. They got some really good bakery. But these are the things when we start not just putting back into the community, but making sure we're supporting our efforts here with each other, supporting that, promoting it, making sure that everybody that comes know, okay, but that brother over there, he got his own shoe business, and this one over there has a cleaners, and that one over there. We got to make that kind of network and do an expat yellow pages or as whatever a directory. But we have to make sure that we are trying to make sure that we stay, that we can survive, that we're going to be successful. Nobody comes here to just be broke or not make it, or struggle. If we can support each other in whatever country you go to, have that mindset. Have that mindset. I'm gonna make sure that, because if you want them to support you, of course, especially if you're going there to do business, you definitely want them to support you. So you have to support the other efforts and combine. I think a lot for us, we got so overwhelmed with trying and fighting and just trying to survive with our businesses over there. It didn't even give us the opportunity to go and support anybody else, but we sent people all the time. We sent people to other businesses, even when we couldn't.
Yeah, we always made sure we looked out however we could. Always, always. It's just even before we came to Africa in Atlanta, it was the same thing. Always, always. It's just this is how that's how we roll. This is what we do, So,
but it's what we have to do in order to survive. So for me, PB Bob, are you causing problems?
No, PB Bob is on the point. He's on point. He all right.
Okay, because I just keep seeing the name going.
Yeah, PB Bob.
Is he like messing with y'all? Y'all be falling for it. He like picking on folks. I think he be laughing at y'all because he's very deep. He has so much information. He's very insightful.
He's a professor. You got to be.
He might be, but it's always somebody that will wind up. They'll be going back and forth, and I'll be like, "Is he? I can't." Okay, but
no, it's all good. It's all good. It's beautiful. So yeah, we just have to build a community, and not getting too deep. It's just we wanted to be able to impress that and share that, and that's kind of like the direction that we've been going, but we're really, really, really honing in on, because I think we found our home base here, and we like it here in Kenya.
I love it. I love it
in Nairobi, and we like the people that we've met and we're meeting, both expats and Kenyans, right? We just love. We're just having a good time, and it's just a very familiar feeling. It's like when we're in Atlanta, it's a very familiar feeling. And so it's reassuring and reconfirming for us. And we want to share that. What's being poured into us, we want to be able to pour into whomever else we can, and we just love it, man. We just want to build this community. So,
So, but since we didn't have much, I want to ask some questions. We haven't done that in a long time.
well, I mean, if they want,
It's
sure.
only an hour. We usually do an hour
We
and a
usually do
half.
hour and a half. No,
Let's see.
let's look here. See, PP Boss said I'm grown. So my brother Charles, yes, my brother Charles was in Rwanda, and
Rwanda is amazing when you first go. It's a little different when you're trying to establish a business. But when you go for tourism and just relax, you have the beautiful
He likes it
sights. It's
though.
really relaxing. You have all that great
It's
stuff.
okay though.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
definitely.
If a person, if that's your fit, that's your fit.
And right,
It's all good.
right. And
It's
there's
not
people
wrong with
that
that.
love it, that's still there, that we still kind of communicate with. They love being over there. That they feel the way that we feel about Kenya. That's how they feel about Rwanda.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. For us, we just needed something more, something different. We needed a new opportunity to live, because at one point we felt like we were being suffocated. So Kenya is a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air. The opportunities are endless here. The people, it's just so diverse. You can't even try to squint your eyes and say, this is what a Kenyan look like, or this is a Kenyan person. You couldn't do that. There's no way possible. And then people that we're meeting, when she said, is there a Jamaican community there? There's a Caribbean community there. And they're from Antigua, they from Jamaica, they're from um, the Virgin Islands, and they have our own expat group too. That's pretty big. So yeah, there's definitely a community there. Someone asked, is there a Hebrew Israelite community there? It's huge. Hebrew Israelites are in East Africa like nothing I've ever seen. There's a lot in Rwanda. There's a lot over here. There's definitely a lot in Tanzania. So the Hebrew Israelites are making their marks over here as well. You definitely know Muslims are here. Mombasa, Nairobi's just as thick as well. I mean, the religions here. It's such a perfect mesh. It's like it's just perfect. I never knew that it could be just that much respect for each other's cultures, each other's religions. In the US, they don't teach that to us. You got Christians condemning Muslims, you got Muslims condemning Christians, Catholics, and then everybody is just out to prove that they have the real God and that their religion is the real religion. And it's crazy. And this is a Christian country, and no, it ain't. No, it ain't. But over here, no one's claiming all that. You have to literally ask someone, well, are you who? No, it's people are so respectful of each other's culture, religion, way of life. It's no pressure. It's beautiful. It is.
So brother PP Bob, yes. So
P Bob.
we're familiar. We know JT personally. So and yes, he hit it right on the nail because
It does.
it reminds you so much of
He
Atlanta.
keeps saying
So
he want to
much.
do a video showing the similarities of Nairobi and Atlanta.
Yeah, it's
because it's so much.
so much similarities in vibe and
The energy.
the whole bit.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely. So let me do this real quick. I gotta give you all a reminder. Hit the
What
like
is that?
button, please. Please hit the like button. Thank you, Sister Sandra, for continue with that reminder as well.
We got Tony Africa on.
Brother Tony Africa, our beloved brother.
He's one of my favorite expats in Kenya because he's just so chill with it. He's like,
yeah. Appreciate you, sir. We really do. Really, really do. So community is necessary, and it's inevitable that we have to build, community. I think that if we build it in a fashion that has a bit of structure. And I'm not talking about, I don't know. You gotta be all political about nothing like that. But just being able to establish a network and have that get along attitude. You understand? Avail yourself um, to what may be of a benefit, to oneself or to all of us. You know, um, if you have, which I know, because we are beautiful people, we are great people, we are very talented people that we can. I like to think, Nairobi is a place where it's just open, man. It's just the possibilities is just grand, and that we don't have to be behind the sycamore tree. We can come in front of it, and we can offer, ourselves. And I think then, you know, people, I'll be more specific, why Kenyans would be able to identify us more specifically, you understand, and be able to know, that, oh, he's the Black Americans.
Yeah, we got some things we working on. We don't want to tell y'all about it yet, but we working on it, y'all. We working on it because for when people want to come, we need to have something for them to come
Indeed,
to.
Mr. Charles, indeed.
So we're working on that, and also the amount of support just from what do you say, Wakenya?
Why can't it?
Just from the Wakenyans,
Yes.
the support is mind blowing. They want to see you succeed. They want you to come. They want you to be here. They offer what can I do to help you? Whatever you need. One of the ladies with the relocation service, anyway, with the relocation services, the owner of the apartment that I got for our client, she was like, when they come, please let me know because I want to meet them. And when I'm talking to her, I'm telling her about the client that she's expecting a baby and blah blah blah. Oh, my daughter has the great pediatrician, and let me make sure that she has this and that and so forth. And she's texting me, send me the people numbers so I can make sure that they get the right doctors and this kind of this and this and that. And if they need anything, and if they need just transportation, they want me to take them around and show them the supermarkets and the shopping centers. And I never met this lady before, and she was, I guess she was like an Indian, or Arab, I don't even know. But she was a beautiful woman, and she just wanted to make sure that when the people come, that they're going to be able to stay, they're going to be successful, they have what they need, they have no worries. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing.
Mm.
And then last week they told me, hey, we were out with the landlord. We went out. I forgot what they said they did, but they enjoyed her. She was really nice and this and I'm like, we're just not like that. We're not. I'm not used to that. And I'm just like, wow.
You can't even say hello to your neighbor.
I don't like this. I don't want to speak to people every morning. Oh, I'm
Oh
the
my
person that
God.
I work in corporate America. You walk in and everybody's like, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to look in my cup, act like I'm trying to find if there's stuff in my coffee or I don't like
Sad,
saying good morning every morning.
sad,
I'm so mean.
sad.
I used to be able to say I'm a northerner, what? And now I'm Africa. So
You can't have both ways.
can't have both ways.
So,
But just saying that, just a testament of the people here, they want to see us succeed. They want to. It's not a hidden agenda. She had nothing to gain by doing what she did to make sure these people are comfortable.
mhm.
Housing and apartments go so fast here in Nairobi. It ain't about, yeah, that she want to make sure that rent, whatever. That girl could leave, somebody else pay it the very next day. That's how fast it goes here. These are genuine people that just want to see us make it. We've had a lady said, because I asked them, I said, how do you feel about us coming here? This is one of the lawyers we were talking to. How do you feel about us coming here? And they were like, we'd rather see you here than them. And you know who she's pointing to. And we all laughed and we connected with that. We connect,
We
okay.
feel that.
Right. They want us to come. They're like, this has always been our life. We've always had different people here. It's always been very diverse. So they're used to it. So that's why you don't have no one staring at you, no one trying to get you, no one, they're used to you. They don't, if you don't open your mouth, they don't even look at you twice. They don't see a foreigner. They just see a person, a Black person. And that's what was so attractive. That's the energy that attracted us when we got here.
Yeah, no, I don't know. They see foreign. They know foreigner now. They know foreigner.
Well, it's different when you out and you trying to barter. Like the guy today, I had to get the one of the other clients that's
Excuse me.
coming over had to go get her mattresses from the store. And when I'm talking to him on the phone, they already told me how much he charges. Now I talked to him on the phone. He didn't upped it, 500 more bob or whatever they call it. And so because we needed a drop off at two locations, the second location was literally 6 minutes away from the first one, like kind of almost around the corner. So we get there and he's just dropping off some chairs. And I'm like, okay, so how much is the bill? This man tried to double the bill. I said, listen, you gotta be kidding me, right? You think you're gonna get $10 more for making this one little stop to drop off these chairs? And I just told you that we're gonna be doing a lot of business together, and I have other clients coming in and we need refrigerators and this and that. Yeah, and he's not comprehending that. He's like, yes, but today, this is how much, dude, I'm not giving that to you. We're not doing that.
But
So
so,
then he lowers the price to where it should be.
well, I mean, I think that as we continue to embark on this and really solidifying ourselves as a community, because you know, if we're identified, as a community that is not only benefiting ourselves but also being a benefit to the Kenyan family, the Kenyan people. And I think that it's about, as we're told, we talk about with Kenyans, it's about relationships, building relationships.
Hmm.
And this is, so if we can build relationships, you know, whatever they might be, whether they're social, whether they're business, whatever the case may be. And I think those things won't, and that may be way, way down the line, or it may not ever happen, but just the possibility of that, those things not happening, they'll be able to, it'll be a different type of embrace. We'll have to worry about that. Possibly, I don't know. But there are many benefits to establishing a structured community, being able to network, being a network, and
The safety benefit
safety,
is very important.
all it's just so much, business, supporting one another with business,
Hmm.
information,
Even for your children, if you come in
children.
with children, you want to give them something that they can connect with.
Right.
They want to hear someone that sounds like them or have the same kind of interests as them. So even with the children, you got to find other expats with children so that they can have something to bond with, something
Listen,
to hold on to.
play dates. Listen,
Hmm.
the beautiful thing that one of the, and we've said it before, that we love as far as, whether it is Nairobi, Mombasa, it's always about family, children. These,
I've
the
never
way
seen a
they,
country so invested in
when
families.
they conceptualize these businesses, they always have a component where it includes children or family.
Hmm.
I've been doing some research. I've come across so many different places that are geared toward children, these virtual reality, kid zones everywhere, all of that there. It's perfect. These are perfect informal, meeting points and grounds to be able to merge and blend, you know what I'm saying, as a community, to meet one another and to establish that particular support, if a support should be needed for whatever it might be.
Hmm.
So anyway, embracing, building community, this is what we're excited about. We're looking forward to uh, all of it. The small social gatherings that we have are just a great joy, man.
Hmm.
It's pure fun, excitement. I mean, you get to connect with the individual. When you're done, you're done. You go about your way. You understand? Even some of the comments and some of the information and some of the things that are shared within the WhatsApp group is beautiful. It's wonderful, to be able to just look into it and just kind of see the interaction and see individuals knowing and getting to know
Hmm.
one another. A brother who was here visiting, who just went back to the States, he reached out. He said, "Hey, give me the name of this particular brother. I got his number, but I forgot his name." So they're gonna stay in contact with one another.
Mhm.
That's all beautiful. It's relationships, man.
Mhm.
Networking and you know, just staying connected. So we love it. We love it. We love it. So what I want to do is just share with you, and we're gonna conclude because this is pretty much it.
Yep.
But just
Thank you guys that have sent in love offerings last week, um, and well throughout the week actually. Thank you guys so much. You don't understand how much you carry us, and we're just blown away by the love and the appreciation and the comments that you guys have been leaving, even on the videos that he's been posting last week. I just sit and stare. The other day I was looking in the mirror. I was like, okay, what do they see?
what you
Someone
mean?
said, well, I told you what that one comment said, and I was like, he said, you guys are anointed or something. He said, and I was like,
Ooh.
whoa, what does he see?
All
Because
praise
I'm
due to
looking in
Allah.
the mirror and all I see is flaws and struggle and pain. And for you guys to see whatever it is that you see, it really is teaching us because we're just walking, we're just trying to do whatever is laid out for
Just
us
a
to do.
vessel. It's just a
Hmm.
vessel. We just serving. As we're serving. That's all. We just serving. So Instagram, please join us on Instagram. You know, we love to have your followership, but we'd love to follow you as well. We love to do that. And then also on Facebook, it's not a group, it's a page. Okay. Just a page, right? So even some can even look at the lives on our Facebook page, but we post different things. And so please join us on our other social media handles. We would love that. And again, if you're looking to come and you're needing some assistance, please send an email to adilahsrelocationservices um,
At Gmail.
at gmail.com. Be happy to serve you.
Hmm.
And
We start off with a consultation, see what your needs are. I just did a consultation today. A lady just had questions. She's trying to see, is this a good fit? She's not trying to come until next year, but at least she has a direction now where she can make solid decisions and understand the process and procedures of making
Mhm,
this happen.
mhm.
So it's not just if you're ready to move, it might be, is Kenya the place for me? What should I do? Should I visit first? Should I just make the jump? I have people that just making the jump. They just coming. They never been to Africa in general, and they're just coming. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that either. Especially when you reach out and you make those connections so that your transition is smooth, and that you're joining a network and there's other people besides yourself that's going to be there for you. So then it's not so scary. Like the sister, I think Liz said, I'm coming in January and August, but I'm so scared. You don't gotta be scared. You got family here.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you when we were, and this would be, I would love this to happen. When we were at the uh, Magadi, the Maasai,
Mm,
and the chief was communicating to us from the elders, and they were sharing with us a bit about the Maasai in that particular area. One of the things that was said was that the population in that area, I believe, I could be saying this incorrectly, but the population was about 6,000. I think that it was
mm-hmm,
what it said.
mm-hmm.
And what he said was, or what they said was, they would love. It was, if you may have seen the video, it was a number of individuals, but they said they would love to be able to receive us in front of 6,000 of those, like the whole population of the Maasai,
And welcome us
to
back.
welcome us back
Welcome us home.
and to welcome us. I was like, man, that would be so amazing. Could you imagine 6,000 Maasai
The power in that.
welcome? But even if it never happens,
Just the thought.
just the thought, and how, going back to where we started, seeing value in one another, how they see the value in us as we are learning and seeing the value in them and our Kenyans as well as we are here. You know, that's community, man. That's community. You know, and a shout out to Dr. Joyce because again, her effort to want to be certain that we receive. Like as I said before, this is a mission. It's not her words, but this is a mission for her to make sure that we receive or we get the reception and get the proper introduction in our coming to the continent, coming here. If nowhere else, go nowhere else, but specifically here in Kenya for sure, that we get it. So a community is important.
It's important.
It's very significant. It's very significant. And so anyway,
So remember, the 28th is our next big event for the expats that we're doing here.
let me show them one more time. Let me give you another shout out.
We're going to be doing similar to what we did before, but we're taking it up a notch. We're doing it bigger. We're doing it better. And we definitely would love for Kenyans and the expats to come together and build together. So please mark your calendars. Within a few days from now, we'll be having the official flyer out there, the official way that you can get your registration done and make sure that you have a spot. Just like last time, the spots are going to be limited. We have a specific number of spaces that we are allocating for this event, and we intend to fill it. We intend to fill it. It's going to be amazing. Please mark your calendars and show up and show out. So with that, I'm done. I'm kind of hungry.
So,
Mhm.
so it's not quite time ready for me, but almost that time. So we're going to conclude. We thank you as always. We appreciate it. And we're on day 28 of Ramadan. Those of my Muslim family who have took on the challenge to fast during the month of Ramadan. We're almost at the stretch. We're at the stretch. We're almost at the finish line. And again, I pray that your Ramadan was a successful one. Either way it went, I pray that it was successful and it is accepted as you offered it, and your blessings come. And we continue to pray, be mindful of those who are in suffrage across the globe. Let's be mindful. Please, let's be mindful. Those who are less fortunate, who don't have that we see walking by on a casual day, let's be mindful. You understand? That's community. That's community.
Mm-hmm.
That's community, right? When we can look beyond ourselves, really true, and look at the betterment of another or others for the greater good that we can immobilize and advance together as one. That's community. So, with that, thank you so very much. For those who are on the other side of the globe, it's early. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Real fast, 50 Shades of Glow. Just stay tuned. We're going to post it this week in the community, the actual flyer for this next meetup on the 28th. So you'll be able to lock it in this week.
This week, inshallah. And those of us who are here in Kenya or on this side of the globe, evening is upon us. I hope your day was good. I hope you have a great evening, a rest of your evening, and God willing, we'll see you next Sunday. All right. Thank you so much. You want to say peace and blessings? You want to say it?
Yeah, peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Changing the script. I'm like, well, I'm reading.